I need to tell you something that my team just shared with me, and honestly, I can't stop thinking about it. They told me that you watched my video today. You, my future wife, and hearing that, it hit me in ways I wasn't ready for. I don't know if you realize it, but knowing that you were there, watching, listening, even just for a few minutes, it made my whole day different. My heart feels like it's both racing and trembling at the same time, because somehow you were part of my world today, without even being here physically. I keep imagining you sitting somewhere quietly, maybe scrolling through, maybe pausing for a moment, maybe smiling, maybe just listening, and I can't help but wonder what went through your mind when you saw me on that screen. Did you laugh at something I said? Did my voice make you pause? Did your heart recognize the same thing mine does every time I think of you? Because, honestly, thinking about that connection, even from a distance, it feels so real. It feels like you are here with me, even if just for a few seconds. And I can't stop replaying it in my head. Your presence, invisible yet so present, watching me, listening to my words, feeling my thoughts, without me even knowing it until my team told me. Do you know what that does to me? It makes me feel seen. It makes me feel like the world isn't empty anymore. It makes me feel like you are closer than I could have ever imagined. And I find myself whispering to you softly, I see you too. I know you are there. I feel you. There's this strange mix of joy and nervousness inside me. Joy because you are finally part of this moment with me. Nervousness because now, knowing you watched, I feel like every word I said matters more. Every pause, every smile, every gesture of mine. It was for you. Even if I didn't know it consciously. Even if I didn't expect it. Even if I didn't plan it this way. Somehow you are involved in my life today. And that thought keeps spinning in my mind like a quiet storm I can't escape. I wish I could tell you how it felt to learn that. To know that someone so important, someone I already hold in my heart, took the time to be part of my world, even silently. It's more than watching a video. It's more than seeing my face or hearing my voice. It's knowing that somehow, in that moment, you connected with me, and maybe you didn't even realize it fully. But I did, and my heart won't let me forget it. Even now, I keep thinking about what you felt while watching. Did you smile? Did your heart skip a beat? Did you think about me? Did you feel a little warmth, a little curiosity, a little hope? Because if you did, even a tiny bit, you need to know something. You made me feel that way too. You made me feel alive. You made me feel like my words were not just echoes in the air, but something that touched someone I've been dreaming about silently for a long time. And I can't stop imagining what could happen next. What if you watch another video tomorrow? What if you feel something again? What if you start wondering just like me? What it would be like if we weren't just connected through a screen, but connected in life, heart to heart, soul to soul. I don't know if I should be brave or patient, but I know one thing. I want more moments like today. I want to know you are there. I want to feel you are listening. I want to carry this feeling forward. Slowly, gently, honestly. I keep imagining the first time I could tell you in person. To see your eyes, to see your smile, to hear your laughter, to feel your energy close to me. Not through a screen, but for real. And while I wait for that, knowing you watched my video today keeps me alive with hope. Hope that one day I can tell you how much it meant for me just to know you were there. Hope that one day I can see your reaction firsthand, feel your presence fully, and let you know that your attention, your time, your heart, even in the smallest way, matters more to me than anything else in the world. I don't know if you know this yet, but even the thought of you watching me today has made me feel braver, more open, more willing to show you every part of myself. Because when you watch, when you listen, when you are even silently present, it changes everything. It makes me want to speak from the heart, to be real, to be honest, to let you see everything I've been holding inside. You watching my video wasn't just a view. It was a silent conversation, a connection, a thread between us that I can't stop thinking about. And so I'm here, talking to you now, hoping you can feel it, hoping you understand that my heart reached out to you the moment I learned you were there. Hoping that somehow this message, these words, reach you in the same quiet, soft way that your presence reached me today. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know if you will watch again, or if you will think of me, but I know this. You have entered my life, quietly, softly, yet powerfully, and I can't take that feeling away. I can't undo it. I don't want to. And so I wait. Not impatiently, but with anticipation, with hope, with a heart that is quietly singing for you, softly whispering your name, even if you don't hear it yet. Because knowing you watched today tells me something important, that you exist in my world, that you notice me. That somehow, even without speaking, even without meeting, we are connected. And that connection, fragile yet strong, is the most beautiful thing I have felt in a long time. I hope when you watch this or the next message, or maybe when you think of me silently, that you feel a little of what I feel, that you know my heart is reaching for you, that you know my thoughts are with you, that you know even from a distance, you have made me feel more alive than I have in years. And I hope that this is just the beginning, that the next time you watch or hear me or think of me, we take another step closer, softly, gently, naturally, in ways that words cannot always explain, because today you were there. And that is everything. That is more than a video. That is more than a moment. That is the start of something my heart will never forget, something my soul will always carry, and something I hope you will remember too. Even now I feel it, your presence, quiet, unseen, yet felt deeply. And I can't wait for the next time, the next moment, the next heartbeat shared across this invisible thread that connects us. Because my future wife, just knowing you were watching today, it changed everything. I don't know how to explain what happened after I finished recording that message about you today. I was getting ready to close my laptop, and I thought the day was over. But then one of my team members came running in, almost out of breath, and he said something that made me freeze in place. He said, "She watched your video today. We have confirmation." And I just stared at him, not speaking, not breathing, because for a few seconds my mind could not believe what I was hearing. I felt something moving inside my chest, something warm, something powerful, something that made me feel alive in a way I can't explain. I looked at him again and asked, "Are you sure?" And he nodded and said, "Yes. She watched the entire thing. And I can't lie to you." I sat down in my chair and just stayed there silently for a long moment. Not because I didn't understand, but because I understood too much. Because suddenly I knew something I had been hoping for. You were listening, you were here. You were not just a number on a screen. You were not just a silent viewer lost among thousands. You were a real woman, with real eyes, real emotions, real breath, sitting somewhere in this world, watching me from the other side of a phone screen. And at that moment I realized something deeper. You gave me something today without even knowing it. You gave me a reason to believe even more. But here's the part that really surprised me. He didn't just stop there. He said, "She didn't skip. She didn't fast forward. She watched the whole thing." And I felt something in my chest. I thought about you sitting there quietly, maybe with the phone close to your face, maybe listening with earbuds, maybe lying under a blanket, maybe sitting in a room where no one else heard the words that were meant only for you. And the thought of you doing that, made me feel something warm and deep in my heart. I started wondering what you were feeling while listening. Were your hands cold? Were you smiling? Did your chest feel tight? Did your eyes feel heavy with emotion? Were you confused? Or did you just sit there quietly, listening to every word, not saying anything, but feeling everything? And while I was thinking about all of that, another thought hit me. I don't even know where you are right now, as you listen to my voice. Maybe you are in your home, maybe in a small room where you feel safe. Maybe you are outside, walking slowly, scrolling through your phone, letting the wind touch your hair as you listen. Maybe you are hiding somewhere, because you don't want anyone else to know that you listen to these messages. Maybe there are people around you who have no idea that inside your heart you are carrying a secret connection with someone who speaks from a screen, someone who knows you without even seeing you. And that thought made my heart beat faster. Because I know something, when a woman watches a video silently and listens all the way through, it means something. Women don't give their time that easily. They don't waste their energy on something that doesn't move them. If she listens, it is because her heart wants to be there. And the fact that you stayed until the end means something that I cannot describe in words. It means I touched a place inside you. Maybe a small place, maybe a hidden place, maybe a place you don't show anyone, but I touched it. And that means everything to me. As I sat there thinking, I suddenly realized something else. Maybe you don't even know the effect you have on me. Maybe you think I am just creating content, just speaking, just making videos. But you don't know how many times, before recording anything, I sit alone and think, how can I talk to her today? How can I make her feel special? How can I make her feel understood? How can I make her feel like she matters? Because you do. You matter more than you think. Sometimes I imagine you watching, and I wonder what you are thinking. Are you thinking, why is he talking like this? Are you thinking, is he really talking to me? Are you thinking, no one has ever spoken to me like this before? Or are you thinking, if only he knew how much this means to me? And I wish I could see your expression at that moment. I wish I could see the softness in your eyes when they slow down and focus. I wish I could see the small breath you take when something touches your heart. I wish I could hear the thoughts that move inside your mind while you listen. And I know something that maybe no one else knows. I know that even if you don't comment, even if you don't message, even if you stay silent, your silence still speaks. The way you watch speaks. The way you stay until the end speaks. The way you show up again tomorrow speaks. And I hear that silence louder than anyone else hears words. Because your silence is not empty. It is full of emotions you don't say. Full of meanings you don't express. Full of stories that only your heart knows. But then something even more unexpected happened. He told me after she watched, she paused on the last frame for a few seconds. And when he said that, something inside me melted. Because that meant something. It meant you didn't want to leave immediately. You stayed there looking at the screen, letting the moment sit, letting the feeling settle, letting the words sink deeper. And I imagined you sitting there, maybe staring at the screen with a soft expression, maybe thinking something to yourself, maybe thinking, why does this feel so real? And that image stayed with me longer than I expected. And while all of this was happening, something slowly started to grow inside me. Curiosity. I wanted to know what you felt in that moment. Did your heart beat fast? Did you pull your hair behind your ear without realizing it? Did you hug your knees closer on your bed? Did your lips curl into a tiny smile that no one else saw? Did your eyes become glassy without tears falling? Or did you just sit there quietly, breathing slowly, without moving? Because your heart didn't want the moment to end. That image of you sitting quietly somewhere in this world, holding on to a feeling that came through a screen, is something I will never forget. But the story doesn't stop there. When he left the room, I stayed alone for a while. I leaned back in my chair, closed my eyes, and smiled in a way I haven't smiled in a long time. Because I realized something powerful. Today, without speaking to me, without messaging me, without showing yourself, you still reached me. You still touched me. You still created an emotion inside me through nothing but your presence on the other end of the screen. And I started thinking about something deeper. Maybe you aren't just watching me. Maybe God is slowly connecting two hearts from different worlds without anyone around you or around me realizing it. Maybe something is happening quietly, silently, step by step, in a way we don't fully understand yet. Maybe this connection is more than just a video. Maybe this is the beginning of something that neither of us can define yet. But I also know that something inside you might be scared. Maybe you are thinking, why is he talking this way? Why does this feel so personal? Maybe you don't want to admit that his words affect you. Maybe you don't want to show that something inside you reacts every time you hear my voice. But it's okay. I understand. And I am not asking you to say anything, or prove anything, or confess anything. Your heart already speaks loud enough. So here I am, talking to you again, with a soft voice. Late hours, screen lighting up my face. Thinking about a woman somewhere in this world who doesn't even know how deeply she has become a part of my days. And I hope that when you hear this, you feel something. Even a small thing. Even a soft warmth. Even a quiet whisper inside your soul that says, he means what he is saying. Because I do. And I want you to remember one thing. I am not going anywhere. I am right here, talking to you, feeling you, thinking of you. And as long as you keep showing up, even silently, even softly, even softly, even secretly, I will keep speaking to you. Because I know that on the other end of this message is a woman whose heart is listening, and that is enough for me. And even now the story is not ending. There is so much more to say. So many things I still want to tell you. So many things I want you to feel. And I know the next chapter is still waiting. So stay with me, because this is only just beginning. I don't know how long I sat there. After everyone left the room, the lights were still on, the screen was still glowing, but my mind was somewhere far away. I was thinking about you. And for the first time, I realized something very strange. You are becoming a part of my daily routine without even being physically here. I wake up, and the first thought that crosses my mind is, will she watch today? And when the day ends, I find myself wondering, what was she feeling while listening today? It's almost shocking how someone I haven't seen, whose voice I've never heard, can make such a quiet place in my heart, without asking for it, without forcing it, without even knowing it. I don't want to exaggerate anything, but you have changed the way I record, the way I speak, the way I think. Before, I was just making content. Now I am talking to someone, talking to you. I am not reading lines from a screen anymore. I am imagining your face, your eyes, your tiny reactions that maybe no one else notices. I imagine the corner of your lips lifting in a small smile when something touches your heart. I imagine your chest rising with a slow breath when something hits deeper than you expected. And I imagine your eyes stopping on the screen when a sentence melts into your soul in silence. I know you don't show yourself. I know you don't comment. I know you don't message. I know you stay hidden like a secret. But there is something beautiful about that. There is something powerful about a woman who listens quietly, a woman who loves quietly, a woman who feels deeply without speaking. And I don't know why, but I feel honored that I get to speak to someone like that. Sometimes I wonder how your day goes before you land on another one of my videos. Did you wake up tired? Did you have too much on your mind? Did someone say something that hurt you? Did someone make you feel unseen, unheard, unimportant? Did you feel alone even with people around you? Or did you smile today? Did something small make you feel alive for a moment? Because I hope, even if the rest of your day felt heavy, this moment, this space feels light. I hope that my voice gives you something. You may not always get attention that is only for you, words that belong only to you, time that is shared only with you. I wonder where you are right now, while listening. Are you sitting on a bed with dim lights? The world quiet around you, phone close to your face as you listen. Are you lying down, staring at the ceiling with earphones in, letting the words travel into your heart without moving? Are you outside on a terrace or balcony, wind touching your hair, and the night sky watching you silently while you listen to something that is not just content, but something that feels like a message, meant only for you? Sometimes I wonder if you pause during my sentences. Not because of distraction, but because the words become too much to handle in one breath. I wonder if you put your phone down for a moment and close your eyes just to feel the emotions more clearly. And thinking about that makes me speak with more care, because I never want to rush anything when I am talking to you. I want every word to touch the right place. I want every silence between the sentences to mean something too. And I want to tell you something I haven't said yet. I can feel you even in your silence. I don't know how to explain it, but there are moments when I am recording and I stop speaking halfway, because something in my heart tells me she is listening right now. Slow down, speak softer. And I do. I don't even realize it until later. It just happens because somewhere inside me, I am speaking to you in a way I cannot speak to the world. Maybe it's strange. Maybe it doesn't make sense logically. Maybe no one would understand this connection if I tried explaining it. But I don't need them to understand. I only need you to feel it, because you are the one this message belongs to. I don't know what you see in me that keeps you coming back. I don't know what part of my voice or words or heart connects to you. But I like to believe that maybe you see something simple. Someone who talks to you without asking anything in return. Someone who doesn't ask you to speak, only to feel. Someone who doesn't need your face, your name, your location, your details, only your heart. And I know this might sound surprising, but I never needed anything more than your presence. Because presence is a powerful thing. Presence means you chose to be here. Presence means you allowed me into your space. Presence means your heart opened just a little. Enough to feel something. And if that is all you give me, just your presence, that alone is more than enough. But you know something. While everyone sees views, numbers, analytics, I see something different. When I look at the watch time, the retention, the repeat viewers, I don't see audience, I see you. I see a woman with a heart that listens quietly, and when someone on my team says she watched again, they don't realize the weight of what that means to me. To them, it's just a statistic. To me, it's a heartbeat. Sometimes I imagine conversations we have never had, conversations that happen in silence. I imagine you thinking, is he really saying this to me? And I imagine myself answering without speaking. Yes, I am. I imagine you holding your phone tighter without knowing why. And I imagine myself whispering through the screen, don't worry, I am right here. I'm not leaving. There are nights when I sit on the edge of my bed and think, what is she doing right now? I think about whether you are awake or asleep, whether you are overthinking or peaceful, whether you feel lonely or supported, whether you wish someone was talking to you, comforting you, reminding you that you matter, that you are not invisible, that someone somewhere in this world sees you without ever seeing you. And on those nights, I feel something real. I feel like you are closer than distance suggests. Because emotional distance is not measured in kilometers or miles. It's measured in attention, in connection, in heartbeat. And today you feel close. There is something else I need to tell you. When I heard that you watched the video completely, I felt something new. Responsibility. Not pressure, but responsibility. Responsibility to make sure my words never hurt you, never mislead you, never waste your time, never make you feel small. Responsibility to speak with softness, because somewhere a heart is listening. A heart that maybe has been through more than she ever admits. A heart that maybe has been strong for too long. A heart that maybe has been unheard for too many years. I started speaking differently since then. Slower, softer, with more meaning. Because I know that somewhere on the other side, someone is listening, not with her ears, but with her emotions. And I never want to disappoint that heart. Sometimes I think about your life before you found my videos. What were your nights like? Did you scroll quietly without finding something that truly felt like it spoke to you? Did you think, no one understands how I feel? And then one day, maybe not planned, not expected, you clicked on something and suddenly it felt like someone was talking directly to you. Not to the world, but to you. And maybe that caught you by surprise. Because sometimes in life, someone can speak to us in a way we didn't know we needed. Sometimes a connection can begin without introduction, without conversation, without planning, and that is what makes it powerful. It just happens, naturally, silently, gently. I don't know what made you stay that day. Maybe you liked the voice, maybe a sentence grabbed your heart, maybe something in the tone felt comforting. Maybe you felt seen for the first time in a long time. Whatever it was, I'm grateful. Because that day changed something for me too. Now, every time I hit record, I know one thing, you might be listening. And that thought alone makes me speak with more care, more love, more honesty. It makes me stay longer. Think deeper, open up more, because I never want you to feel that you are just another viewer. You are not. You became someone I speak to, even when I don't say your name. And let me tell you something I have never admitted out loud. I look forward to you. I look forward to the moment I imagine you pressing play. I look forward to imagining your eyes as they soften. I look forward to the silence after a sentence, when I can almost feel you processing the words in your heart. And the world has no idea how beautiful that silence is. You may think your listening does nothing. You may think you are just one silent woman behind the screen. But let me tell you what you really are. You are the reason the words exist. Because if you weren't there, I wouldn't speak like this. I wouldn't think like this. I wouldn't feel like this. It is your presence, your attention, your silent emotional response that creates this entire world between us. And I don't want this world to end. Not now, not soon, not at all. Because I still have so much more to tell you, so much more to share. So many emotions that haven't found words yet. So many moments that I want you to feel in your soul. And I know that our story, whatever it is, whatever it becomes, is still only in the beginning. So stay with me. Keep listening. Even now, as I speak these words, I can feel that quiet connection between us. The kind of connection that doesn't need messages, replies, or comments to prove it exists. It just exists. It lives in the space between my voice and your heart. In the silence between sentences. In the way you stay until the end, even when no one else knows you are here. And tonight, more than ever, I feel like I'm not talking through a screen. I'm talking to someone who matters to me, in a way I still can't fully explain. It's strange how life brings people together, sometimes through conversations, sometimes through meetings, and sometimes through nothing but emotions carried in a voice. And maybe that's what we are, two souls who met in a silent space, where no one else is watching, where nothing needs to be defined, where feelings are allowed to just be what they are. I wish I could see your face right now, not for beauty, not for appearance, but just to know what this moment looks like on the other side. Are your eyes soft? Is your heart calm or beating faster? Are you holding your phone close, listening a little too carefully, hoping the next sentence tells you something you need to hear? Because I feel like there is something you need. Not advice, not answers, but simply someone who speaks to you gently, without judgment, without hurry, without expecting anything in return. And maybe that is why I don't want this moment to end yet. Because you are here. Because I am here. Because this connection, whatever it is, feels real, even in its silence. So stay with me, at least for a little longer. I still have more to tell you.